Shalom, and I'm glad you're back for this week's installation of a Bisellleh Torah. It's a double parsha this week, Tazria-Metzora, and at first blush, virtually every person reads it wrongly. You are deeper than what you present to the world. The same is true for every other person, and the same is true for the Torah as well. In the Mishnah, we read the following statement: Al tistakel b'kankan ela masha yesh bo. Don't look at the exterior, but rather look at what lies inside, because what is outside is deceiving. It goes on to say sometimes you have a container that has old wine in it that's turned into vinegar, but the old container looks beautiful, and so you think something wonderful is inside. Other times you have a dusty old container with brand new wine that feels like an elixir going down your throat. The same is true for people and the judgments that we make with individuals, with people, and the misjudgments that people make about us at the same time. So let's dig a little deeper. This week is often mistranslated as dealing with leprosy. It's not. It's dealing with some sort of contagion, but it's not leprosy at all. It is something far more insidious than leprosy. Leprosy is a disease that has many different incarnations to it, ways that it affects people, and ways that we deal with it. But this is something that is spread across humanity, this Tazria-Metzora double portion. It's feeling like we are a leper, feeling like we are less than, feeling like we are undeserving of whatever we have. We're an imposter. How many times have you felt like that in your life, or have you heard other people say it? It's a declaration that they, or we have leprosy, kind of like children on the playground who talk about other children as having cooties. They recognize that they are less than, and they're putting it on someone else, saying that I'm not less than, but you are. You're the one with the cooties. What do you do when somebody puts that on you? What do you feel when somebody indicates that you are less than, when you're already got the proclivity and you're thinking that, yeah, they're probably right. I am undeserving of this honor. I'm undeserving of this position. I'm undeserving of perhaps whatever I possess. That's what this is all about. And when a person feels like that, the Torah says they should be segregated. They should be set apart as if, in fact, they do have some sort of a disease. And when they do that, they should rip their clothes, they should sit in ashes, and they should basically be in a state of mourning. Why a state of mourning, like someone has died? Because something inside of them has died, has perished. Why should they be separate from everyone else? Because this is a time that requires deep introspection and healing. It's not something to be easily dismissed. When you feel terrible, when you feel lousy about yourself, it's not something to be dismissed, but rather go down deep inside of yourself. The Torah reading in verse 45 of the 13th chapter says, this person who feels like a leper cries, Tameh, Tameh, I am unclean, I'm unclean. They're declaring to the world that they feel less than everyone else. And then the Kohen Gadol, who was the high priest, there was no one higher in the camp of Israel than this person, than the Kohen Gadol. The Kohen Gadol will go into this person's house and investigate for themselves. No less a person than the most high individual amongst the Israelites than the Kohen Gadol will go in. How does it feel when you feel terrible and someone of great stature comes to see you and inquire about how you're feeling? Rather than leave you alone to your own devices, someone comes along and says, I care about you so much so that I'm going to investigate myself and try to find where we can meet heart to heart, head to head. And I'm going to prove to you by my coming out to you wherever you are that you're worthy, that you're worth it. This is an instruction guide for life, my friends. This is how we are told to live our life. The wheel turns, it goes round and touches everybody in sometimes the most nefarious, difficult, and painful ways possible. And when that happens, and when the wheel does turn and it's your turn, someone who cares about you needs to reach out and say, I love you, and I care about the desperation that you're feeling in your heart and soul. And when it's their turn, it's our opportunity to do the same. We are our brother's keeper. We have responsibility not for ourselves. It's not all about me. It's all about us, the way that we care for one another. And when the time comes around when somebody says, unclean, unclean, tameh, tameh, that's an indication we need to comfort them, no matter who we are. In fact, the higher we are on the ladder of the esteem that they might feel for us, the more important it is for us to go out to them wherever they are. This is powerful, my friends. It doesn't get more powerful than this. This is how we make a better world. This is how we make a better self.